What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I have a quick video for you guys. Wanted to talk about LiAngelo Ball and his time so far in the G League with the Greensboro Swarm. Wanted to kind of touch on why he's kind of struggling in the G League, why he's not getting the playing time that a lot of people think that he deserves, and who's kind of to blame for this. Is it the Charlotte Hornets, the Greensboro Swarm themselves, or is it just kind of the fault of LiAngelo? So kind of overall just wanted to touch on all those subjects, but more importantly wanted to hear what you guys have to say about it. So make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So LiAngelo's time in the G League started about as good as it could have possibly went for him. In his G League debut, he had 22 points in only 24 minutes, shot the ball really well from the floor, 9 of 13 overall, 4 of 7 from 3, picked up a rebound, picked up assist, and overall had a very positive impact on the game. Finished with a plus-minus of 12 in those 24 minutes. And he did a lot of little things that, doesn't show up necessarily in the box sheet, whether it's, running the floor in transition and making someone pick him up there, always crashing the offensive glass, making someone put a body on him, just doing little things like that. LiAngelo was doing, and like I said, had a very positive impact in his first game, and he played really well. In his second game, things started to kind of go downhill, I guess you could say, for LiAngelo, at least in terms of playing time. He only played 13 minutes, shot the ball fairly well from the floor, 3 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 2 from 3, so 50% overall, again picking up a rebound and assist, and again had a very positive impact on the game in those 13 minutes. He had a plus-minus of 20, and again was doing a lot of those little things that you need to do, or that a lot of other players aren't willing to do. LiAngelo did, and again had a good impact on the game. In his third G League game, 14 minutes, again 50% from the floor, 50% from 3, rebounded the ball well with 4 rebounds, and this time, I guess if you want to talk about plus-minus and how it's flawed, a minus 17 from the floor there. And so if you want to talk about being great, plus-minus of 20 in 13 minutes, minus 17 in 14 minutes isn't great. And then this most recent G League game, in his last G League game he played, he only played 4 minutes, only got 1 shot attempt up, missed it, had an assist, and overall again a plus-minus of 8, a positive 8 in those 4 minutes. And so overall, like I said, his playing time in all the games has basically gone down every game, and yet I think for the most part you would say he's played really well in the limited minutes that he's gotten. I think that he's proven that he can compete at that level. He can, be a good G League player, and for some reason the minutes aren't there. As far as the lack of minutes or the decreasing minutes goes, I'm not really sure who's to blame there. Is it someone like the Charlotte Hornets, who maybe originally had just brought LiAngelo in with the idea of keeping LaMelo happy, and they, like I said, wanted to keep LaMelo happy, and eventually, when the time comes for LaMelo to be a free agent, they can, make the pitch that, hey, we brought your brother in, we gave him a chance, we're the ones that, at least took a chance on him at the G League level and gave him that opportunity, and so that's important to us, and, keeping LaMelo happy, that could go a long way. I'm not really sure, maybe you could spin it that way, but still not sure why they wouldn't play LiAngelo then if he's playing well. Could it be just the simple fact that the Charlotte Hornets want to get playing time for players that they feel like they have more capital invested in, and get those guys more minutes, and maybe LiAngelo doesn't necessarily fit into that long-term schedule? I'm not really sure. I know they have someone like James Bouknight down there playing in the G League now, and obviously he was a lottery pick, and so he's someone that they want to get a lot of reps for, get him as many minutes possible at the G League level, because they have a lottery pick invested in him, and so they need to get as much out of that as they can. Whereas LiAngelo, they were the ones that brought him in, as a free agent or whatever. No one else was really, knocking on his door to sign him, and so they don't have a ton invested in him other than the LaMelo Ball part and keeping him happy. Could it be someone like the Greensboro Swarm coach just being dumb and not knowing what he's doing and doesn't want to play him, or maybe he has a grudge against him or the family or whatever? I'm not really sure with that whole situation, but it just seems odd there. And then is it something to do with LiAngelo and how he's actually playing, and maybe it's not as well as it looks in the box score? I mean, I can't lie and say I've watched every single minute he's played, but I can say I watched a ton of LiAngelo in the Summer League, and like I mentioned earlier, he was doing a lot of those little things right in the Summer League. He was hustling, he was running the floor, he was crashing the offensive glass. He was just doing a lot of little things that a lot of other players, don't do. And I know he's giving it 100% every time he's on the floor, because he does have that chip on his shoulder that he wants to prove people wrong, that he's trying to prove the doubters wrong. And so I don't think it has anything to do necessarily with LiAngelo and his effort, but maybe there's little things that he's maybe not picking up on necessarily, whether it's the offense or maybe just the nuances of that. I'm not really sure. It could be something to do with that we just don't know. I'm not really sure. LiAngelo's box score numbers overall are pretty good for the minutes that he's gotten and the opportunities that he's gotten within the organization. And so the whole thing, I kind of rambled there, is just kind of odd, and I'm not really sure, I guess, who to blame for the lack of minutes. It's weird, and I hope that he can get some more minutes and get some more opportunities, because like I said, with his first game, he played so well, and I think that was going to be a springboard into some more really good games at the G League level, and so far that just hasn't happened, and it's actually gone downhill, at least in terms of minutes, since that first game happened. But just overall, I guess the whole situation is kind of weird. I just don't really get it, I guess, long term. And, I get wanting to keep LaMelo happy, and so I think they're going to keep him around. But he's playing good. He's done well in the minutes he's gotten, and I don't see necessarily the reason for his decrease in minutes. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think it could potentially be with his decrease in minutes. Is it something LiAngelo's doing? Is it the organization screwing him? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later.